Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to another episode of the Speak English podcast. I'm David, and I'm so glad you're here today. Whether you're listening at home, commuting, or just taking a break, this episode is for you. And, as always, I'm joined by the one and only Sarah.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, David. It's always a pleasure to be here. I'm really excited because today we're diving into a topic that so many English learners struggle with: overthinking. If you've ever felt blocked, frozen, or stuck when trying to speak, this episode is going to help you.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever known exactly what you wanted to say in English, but your brain just wouldn't cooperate? Maybe you were too busy checking your grammar, translating in your head, or worrying about how you sound. That mental traffic jam? That's overthinking.
And we're here to help you break out of it. Because once you stop overthinking, speaking English becomes way more natural and a lot more fun.
So if you're ready to finally speak with more ease and less stress, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're here every week with tips and strategies to help you become more fluent and confident in English. Don't miss a single episode.
All right, let's get into it. First, what is overthinking, and why does it happen when you're trying to speak English? Let's break it down.
Overthinking in English is when you feel the need to mentally prepare every single word before you speak. Instead of letting the words come out naturally, your brain tries to build the sentence in your head first, which slows you down and creates a lot of pressure.
This usually happens because you're afraid of making mistakes or sounding wrong. So instead of focusing on communication, your brain goes into correction mode, checking grammar, word choice, and pronunciation all at once. It becomes exhausting and stops you from speaking freely.
And the truth is, overthinking doesn't help you speak better. It actually does the opposite. It creates hesitation, confusion, and self-doubt. Even when you know the words, you may freeze because your brain is overloaded with too many small decisions.
Another problem is that overthinking turns speaking into a stressful activity. You begin to associate English with fear and frustration instead of fun and connection. This mental habit makes it harder to improve, even if you study a lot or know a lot of vocabulary.
The goal of this episode is to help you change that. We want to show you how to move away from overthinking and develop a more relaxed, fluent way of speaking. It starts with understanding that perfection is not the goal. Communication is.
One way to stop overthinking is to build trust in your current English skills. You probably already know enough to communicate in many situations. The problem isn't what you know, it's the pressure you put on yourself to say everything perfectly.
When you speak your native language, you don't plan every word or analyze every sentence. You speak naturally, based on the situation and your feelings. That's exactly what you should aim for in English. A natural flow instead of mental editing.
So let's try something together. In the next part, we'll guide you through a quick and simple exercise that shows how overthinking works and how you can move past it. Don't worry, it's easy and actually kind of fun. Ready to give it a try?
All right, let's do a quick demonstration. I'll say a simple question in English. Now, your job is not to think too much. Just answer with the first words that come to mind. Don't try to be perfect. Don't correct yourself. Just speak, even if it's not ideal. That's the point.
Let's imagine someone asks you, "What did you do this morning?" Now, if you stop to translate, check grammar, and search for fancy words, you'll probably freeze or feel unsure. But if you answer naturally, it might sound like, I had breakfast, then I checked my phone and went to work.
That response is great. It's not complicated, but it communicates clearly. That's exactly what you want. Instead of thinking, should I use past perfect? Or, what's the correct preposition? Just say what you mean using the words you already know.
Another example. Let's say someone asks, what do you usually do on weekends? Don't try to be impressive. Just answer with what's real for you. I stay home, watch movies, sometimes I meet my friends. It's simple, real, and clear. And that's fluent communication.
Notice something important. We didn't use difficult grammar or long sentences. The key is to focus on the message, not on making it perfect. When you speak from what's already in, your mind, your words flow much faster and more naturally.
That's what we call natural speaking. You're not building perfect sentences. You're sharing ideas using familiar language. It's how real conversations happen in everyday life. And it's exactly what native speakers do all the time.
Now imagine doing this kind of quick speaking practice every day. No pressure, no judgment, just talking about daily things like what you ate, what you're doing, or how you feel. That's a powerful way to stop overthinking and build fluency.
And as you get used to this approach, something amazing starts to happen. You begin to enjoy speaking. You stop fearing mistakes and start focusing on connection. Let's talk more about that. The real benefits of speaking without overthinking.
When you stop overthinking, you immediately reduce the pressure in your mind. You stop feeling like every sentence is a test, and instead, it becomes a conversation. This shift helps you relax, which is one of the biggest keys to sounding fluent and confident in English.
Another powerful benefit is speed. Without all that mental traffic, your responses come faster. You speak more quickly and naturally, which makes you feel more capable. And the more you experience that, the more your confidence grows every time you speak.
Also, your focus changes, and that's important. You're no longer focused on getting everything right. You're focused on making a connection, telling a story, sharing a thought. That's the purpose of language, and it helps you enjoy the process a lot more.
It also improves your listening. When you're not stuck in your own head, you start paying more attention to the person you're talking to. You listen better, respond more naturally, and the whole conversation feels smoother and more enjoyable.
Stopping overthinking also helps you build what we call automatic English. That's when your brain begins to respond without effort. It's like driving a car. At first, you think about every move, but later, it becomes automatic. Speaking English works the same way.
You'll also notice a change in how you feel about English overall. Instead of anxiety or stress, you start feeling excitement and even joy. You begin to associate English with success, progress, and positive emotions. That makes you want to keep practicing.
And here's something amazing. Once you let go of perfection, you actually improve faster. You speak more, make mistakes, learn from them, and grow. That cycle of practice and improvement only works when you stop overthinking and start using your English more freely.
So now that you know how much this can change your experience with English, let's talk about how to make it happen. In the next part, we'll show you a simple step-by-step routine you can start using today to stop overthinking and start speaking more naturally.
Step 1 is to speak out loud every day, even if it's just for 2 minutes. Choose a topic from your daily life, like what you ate, your plans for the evening, or something that happened at work. Talk to yourself out loud in English without stopping to correct mistakes.
Step 2. Set a timer. This helps your brain understand that it's just a short practice and not something stressful. For example, speak for 1 minute about what you see around you. Then take a short break and speak again for another minute about something else. Keep it short and focused.
Step 3 is to use simple language. Don't try to sound advanced or perfect. Use the words you already know and build sentences around them. Think of it like building blocks, small pieces that come together to express something clearly, even if it's basic.
Step 4. Don't stop to fix grammar. If you make a mistake, just keep going. You can always review later, but the point of this practice is flow, not perfection. The more you practice without stopping, the more fluent and confident you'll become over time.
Step 5. Repeat the same topics often. Talk about your morning routine today and do it again tomorrow, but in different words. Repeating topics helps your brain get used to expressing the same ideas more comfortably, and that builds speaking confidence quickly.
Step 6 is to record yourself. This isn't for judging or criticizing, it's for observing your progress. When you listen back after a week, you'll notice things you improved, and that can be super motivating. Just don't focus on mistakes. Focus on the progress.
Step 7. Celebrate your effort, not your accuracy. The goal here is to build fluency through consistency, not to impress anyone. Every time you complete a short speaking session, give yourself credit. You're doing something powerful for your future self.
Keep doing this every day, and over time, you'll speak with more ease, confidence, and clarity. But to get the best results, you also need to avoid a few common mistakes that can block your progress. Let's talk about those next, and how you can avoid them.
One of the biggest mistakes is believing that you must speak with perfect grammar before you're allowed to talk. This belief creates fear, and fear creates silence. But the truth is, people understand you even if your grammar isn't perfect. So don't let that stop you from speaking.
Another common mistake is waiting too long to start speaking. Many learners think, I'll start practicing when I'm ready. But the truth is, you become ready by practicing. If you always wait for the perfect moment, you'll miss real opportunities to grow.
Some people try to memorize long lists of vocabulary without ever using the words in real conversations. This creates silent knowledge. You know the word, but can't use it when speaking. To fix this, use fewer words, but repeat them often in different situations.
Many learners also spend too much time comparing themselves to others. You see someone speaking fluently and feel behind. But everyone has a different journey. Instead of comparing, focus on your progress. One sentence today is better than no sentence yesterday.
A subtle mistake is constantly translating from your native language. This habit makes you slow and self-conscious. The solution is to train your brain to think directly in English, even with simple thoughts. Start small. Describe what you're doing right now in English.
Another trap is being too hard on yourself when you make mistakes. Remember, mistakes are part of learning, not a sign of failure. Every error shows you where to grow. Be kind to yourself, because kindness leads to consistency, and consistency leads to fluency.
Some people think they need a partner to practice speaking, but that's not true. You can make great progress by talking to yourself, using apps, or even just reading aloud. The key is speaking often, not waiting for the perfect practice conditions.
So now that you know what to avoid, let's turn all this into action. In the next part, we'll share a simple challenge, something quick, easy, and practical you can start doing today to stop overthinking and speak more freely in English. Ready? Let's go!
Here's your challenge. For the next 5 days, speak in English out loud for just 3 minutes each day. Choose a different topic each time. Something simple, like what you did today, what you want to eat, or what you're looking forward to this week. Keep it relaxed and natural.
Set a timer for 3 minutes and talk non-stop, even if you repeat words or make mistakes. Don't pause to fix grammar. The goal is to train your brain to speak without judgment. This simple exercise helps break the habit of overthinking and builds fluency through repetition.
To make this more effective, try doing it in the mirror. It might feel strange at first, but it's powerful. You'll build not just speaking skills, but also confidence. Seeing yourself speak reinforces that you are the person who speaks English, fluently and proudly.
If you want to go further, record yourself and listen back after 5 days. Don't focus on perfection. Just notice how much easier it feels. This kind of small, consistent challenge rewires your thinking and makes speaking in English a normal part of your day.
You don't need a special setup or a language partner to do this. You can practice while walking, cooking, or getting ready in the morning. The key is consistency. Speak every day, even just a little, and you'll notice real change in how your mind handles English.
And remember, the goal isn't to sound like a native. The goal is to communicate clearly and confidently. That happens with daily speaking, not daily worrying. So take this challenge seriously, but keep the energy light and playful. Have fun with it.
And if you ever feel stuck, just go back to simple sentences. There's no shame in using basic language. What matters is that you're using English in real time, and that you're building a habit that leads to long-term fluency and freedom from overthinking.
Now that you've got a clear and easy challenge to follow, let's wrap everything up. In the next part, we'll remind you of the key points and leave you with some motivation to keep practicing every single day. Let's finish strong.
So today, we talked about how to stop overthinking in English. We explained what overthinking really is, how it holds you back, and we showed you step by step how to break the cycle with daily speaking practice, even if it's just a few minutes a day.
We also shared a powerful, easy challenge you can do for the next 5 days to start seeing real results. And we talked about the common mistakes learners make. So now you know exactly what to avoid and how to focus on what really works.
Now, we want to hear from you. What part of today's episode helped you the most? Was it the challenge, the speaking routine, or the mindset shifts we discussed? Leave a comment below and let us know. We read every one of them.
And hey, if you've made it all the way to this point in the video, it means you're serious about improving your fluency. So write the word STOP in the comments to show us you're committed to stopping the overthinking and starting real progress.
If you enjoyed this episode and want more practical, real-world advice to help you speak English with confidence, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps more people find this podcast and supports what we're doing here.
Thanks so much for spending your time with us today. Remember, your fluency doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from showing up, practicing every day, and trusting the process. You're doing great, and we're here with you every step of the way.
Keep speaking, keep smiling, and most of all, keep going. You've got this. We'll see you in the next episode of the Speak English podcast.
Bye for now, and don't forget, say it out loud, not just in your head. That's how real fluency starts. See you next time.